Hello students, let's continue our chapter 9 of Social Studies textbook. Dear students, yesterday we studied about forest, classification of forest and the types of forest according to administration, then the classification of forest according to ownership, administration and management. We also studied about deforestation, impact of deforestation, and then we studied about the remedies for the forest conservation. Today, we are going to study about wildlife diversity. So please open your textbook and take page number 68. Let's begin about wildlife diversity. There is a large diversity in climate and physiography in India. Due to this geographical diversity, large variation is seen among the insects, birds, animals and vegetation. There are about 15 lakh species of animals, birds in the world. Out of these, 81,251 species are found in India. India stands 12th in the world in terms of biodiversity. Students, now see that we are studying about the wildlife. And what we studied, that there are about 15 lakh species of animals and birds in the world. Make a bracket. And out of which 81,251 are seen or found in India. India stands 12th in the world in terms of biodiversity. Animals from Asia, Europe and Africa are seen in India. Animals from Africa, Asia and Europe are seen in India. African zarak, European wolf, wild goats and Kashmiri deer, elephants and gibbons from Southeast Asia, etc. are found here. Here, Westlands, here in India, we get to see all these types of animals. The biodiversity of India includes black bear, one-horned rhino, deer, different type of snakes, peacock, gorad, that is bustard, hawk, kingfisher, flamingo, etc. Now, make a bracket. The snow leopard in Himalayas and the red panda found at the same altitude are distinguished animals here. Currently, India is the only country in the world where tiger and lion are seen moving in their natural abodes. During winter, migratory birds from distant places throng into the watershed area of Keoladev National Park, Bharatpur and Nal Sarovar in Gujarat to spend winter. Now, students, what we are saying that currently India is the only country where we get to see the tiger and lion are seen moving in their natural abodes. Which is the natural abodes? The forest. We know in the Gir forest of Gujarat, Asiatic lions have been seen. And when we go there to visit the sanctuary, we see deer as well as this lions and all moving there. And why, student? That is their natural abode. They are supposed to be in the forest. So only India is a country right now, they are saying, that means we have to think what is happening to this wildlife diversity. Where are these animals, birds going and why are they disappearing from the earth? Who is responsible for this? Here they are also saying that during the winter, migratory birds, they come, birds from distant places throng. What is the meaning of throng? They fly in the group from into the watershed area of Keoladev National Park, which is in Rajasthan, Bharatpur, and the Nal Sarovar, which is in Ahmedabad, in Gujarat. They come there to spend winter. And if you go during winter, you will get to see a lot of flamingos and all over there. So, see students, we have to think. Now, sea turtles come to lay eggs along the sandy coast of Odisha. Make a bracket. Indian python, various snakes, and the king cobra are found in the southern rainforest. Underline that what is found over there in southern rainforest? Python, various snakes and king cobra. Let's see the wildlife on extinction. What do you understand by wildlife on extinction? Why is it disappearing? Why is it vanishing? Or why the number of wildlife is decreasing? Today, many wild animals in the world are on the verge of extinction. Today, many wildlife animals in the world are on the verge of extinction. They are disappearing. Tigers were found throughout India during last century. Tigers were seen in the forest of Idar, Ambaji and Danta. Today, tigers are totally extinct from Gujarat forest areas. See students, tigers were seen earlier in the forest of Idar, Ambaji and Danta. But today, the tigers are totally extinct. They are decreased. They are totally vanished from Gujarat forest. Cheetah is also extincting from Indian forest. So today, cheetah also is they are also on the verge of disappearing from Indian forest. Many bird species which were very easily seen in Indian forest are now hardly seen. Many birds which were also easily seen, many bird species which were easily seen are hardly seen now in India. Some of them like vulture, duck with pink throat, cranes and owls are on the verge of extinction. So see what are they, which birds they are saying? They are talking about the vultures, duck with pink throat, cranes and the owls are on the verge of extinction. After few years you will not get to see them. Chilotro bird, once widespread in Arunachal of northeast, is not seen so easily. There is a danger of survival to the alligators of the fresh waters of rivers and Ganga river dolphin. So students, the alligators in the fresh water as well as the dolphins in Ganga river are also now in a danger. The number of sea turtles approaching the coast of Odisha and Gujarat is constantly decreasing. So earlier many sea turtles used to come there, but now even the number of them also has been decreasing. It is getting less day by day. Waterfowls, that is Jal Biladi, once found frequently in Narmada, Tapi, Mahi and Sabarmati rivers of Gujarat is almost extinct. A time has come for us to think about this seriously. So see student, time has come for us to think seriously. What can be done? How can be this wildlife saved? And see students, if we do not take care, the next generation will not get to see these all animals and birds. They will only get to see the pictures of these birds and animals. And so students, it is in our hand. We need to take care. When you see different species or rare species, do not kill them. And so that we will be able to help. But what are the reasons? Why are they getting destroyed? Why is this wildlife getting destroyed? Yesterday we saw that why the forests were getting destroyed. Today we are talking about why wildlife is getting. So let's see the reasons for the destruction of wildlife. What are the reasons? So let's see. Due to the human interference in grassland and in watershed area of forest, the natural habitat of the wild animals is put in danger. See students, due to human interference, human beings are very much interfering with their life, with the animal species or the wild animals, and that is how their natural habitat is into danger. They are flying away from there because the human being, the people have entered into their abode, into their area. Second, destruction of forest is the main reason responsible for natural imbalance. Its final impact is the reduction in the number of wild animals. So what is the second reason, student? Destruction of forest is the main reason. If the forests are not there, if the trees are not there, how can the birds remain over there or the animals stay in the forest, and therefore they are moved from there. The natural imbalance, that is the forest have been responsible, the destruction of the forest has been responsible to create the imbalance in their abode. Its final impact is the reduction in the number of wild animals. Second is the third is the hunting the animals to obtain hair, skin, hide. That is, then the bones, horns, or nails is also responsible. Many times the animals are killed for what? Just in order to get the parts of their body, and that is what? Either to obtain their hair or the skin, the bones, horns or nails, and to prepare the things, articles of that, and sell in the market on the high prices, which is also the danger for the wildlife. The next, the over-exploitation of forests made by human for his greedy motives such as roads, multi-purpose projects, mining minerals, expansion of new settlements or cities, etc. displays the wild animals. So the greed of the human being. And what happens in the greed of human being? As we are thinking of developing and we are moving into their abode, as we are destroying the forest and all, for the purpose of our development, like such as the roads or the multi-purpose projects, mining minerals, or the expansion of new settlements or the cities, we are spoiling their life. And that is how we enter into the forest, and then their life comes into danger. See the next point, maybe the fifth one. What is that? The forest lands are being encroached. Forest lands are being encroached for grass, fuel, or for grazing. The forest fire engulfs many species. When the forest fire occurs at the time of rearing the young ones of the birds or hatching the eggs, it creates a negative impact on the number of wild animals. See students, how this forest fire also is another reason. What happens? See students, forest lands are being encroached for grass, fuel, or for grazing. Yesterday only we saw, no, there are different types of forests. There can be the private forest. There we also saw that when we studied about the classification of forest, protected forest, reserve forest, and so because the people go for the encroachment and for the fuel, grazing and all, what happens? This animal life or the wildlife comes into danger, and when it happens, when the forests have been burned, that also has a bad impact on the birds while they are hatching their eggs or when they are rearing their young ones, that they have the negative impact. They do not grow in a proper way. So that is another reason. Then, due to the loss of their natural habitats, many animals without any abode come into conflict with man and sometimes even lose their lives. Poor things, what happens students? Because their natural abode has been destroyed by the people, by the hunters and so on, or the greedy human beings, which we all are, for the different purpose as we saw it over here. What happens is that poor things, they have lost the direction where they are supposed to be staying. They do not know where they are supposed to be, which is their abode. And so they come into the conflict in the fight or the conflict with man, and sometimes they lose their lives. That is how they are being killed. Then comes hunting to procure biomedicine or things which make perfume, also bring the species on the verge of extinction. Students, you know, many of the animals are being killed for what? In order to get either for the purpose of the medicine or the things like perfumes and all, which also is danger for the life of the wildlife or for the life of the birds and the animals. So students, these are the reasons why this animal life is in danger. Then just see students, the things to know. You are just shown in the box about the red panda. Now students, what measures can be taken to preserve this wildlife? It has been given to us over here. So let's see what can be done to preserve this wildlife. First and foremost, it is necessary to change our attitude and perception towards the forest. We consider it as a source of unlimited income, which is a mistake. It must be preserved. Only then the natural habitats for wildlife can be saved. So students, what is that? First and foremost, we have to remove from our mind that the forests are the source of income. No students, it is not the source of unlimited income, which is a mistake. It must be preserved. Only then the wildlife can be saved. Then the second, maintain the balance of number between the herbivorous and the carnivorous in the forest. So herbivorous and the carnivorous in the forest. Why? You know that carnivorous attack the herbivorous. That is their food. If they do not get their food, they will come in search of their food. Out of the forest they will be. So what we need to maintain that balance. For these steps like maintaining the water sources in the forest and restriction on grazing on domestic animals should be taken. So student, what? First of all, maintain the balance of the number between herbivorous and the carnivorous in the forest. And for this, what steps should be taken? Maintaining the water sources where the animals can go to drink water and they need not come out of the forest, so that they will not have tussle with the human being. And also about the restriction on the grazing of the domestic animals should be taken. Turn the page. Then let's see the next one. What is the next one? There should be strict laws to ban hunting. Those laws should be implemented very harshly. Heavy punishment should be inflicted for illegal mining in forest area and a fine should be imposed. So what they are talking about? Hunting should be prohibited. Hunting should not be allowed. Hunting is another reason which is responsible for the wildlife extinction. Then we have, it is necessary what? To make such arrangement which would not disturb the animals during their procreative period. So they should be given the time. Okay, they should not be disturbed. Studies should be made about the likely efforts of fisheries, forest gatherings or tourism in the forest, and steps should be taken accordingly. So they are talking about the study should be taken out about what? About what? The effects of the fisheries, forest gatherings and the measures, the steps should be taken accordingly. Then we have the next. Programs should be arranged to bring widespread awareness in the society. Programs should be taken to bring widespread awareness in the society that do not kill these birds and all, do not just hunt the animals, which is not right, because of our selfish motive, the animals or the bird species will be disappearing from this earth. Then, if the wildlife protection force is inactive, then pressure should be brought on them and this work should be given priority. And so what, student? This work should be given priority. What work? That measures should be taken, they should be given importance, that this wildlife should be saved, preserved. This, another thing should be known about the Ganga River dolphins we just studied. Okay? Read that for yourselves. Tomorrow we will be studying about wildlife protection schemes. Okay? Have a good day. Please read the lesson. See you tomorrow.